عیدی، بوی توپ، بوی کاغذ رنگی، بوی تنده ماهی دودی وسط سفره نو، بوی یاسم جانماز ترمه مادر بزرگ. با اینا زمستون و سر میکنم، با اینا خستگی مدر میکنم. شادی شکستن قلک پول، وحشت کم شدن سکه عیدی از شمردن زیاد، بوی اسکناس تا نخورده لای کتاب. با اینا زمستون و سر میکنم، با اینا خستگی مدر میکنم. فکر قاشو زدن یه دختر چادر سیاه، شوق یک خیز بلند از روی بطه های نور، برق کفش جفت شده تو گنجه ها. با اینا زمستون و سر میکنم، با اینا خستگی مدر میکنم. عشق یک ستاره ساختن با دولک، ترس ناتموم گذاشتن جریمه های عید مدرسه، بوی گل محمدی که خوش شده لای کتاب. با اینا زمستون و سر میکنم، با اینا خستگی مدر میکنم. بوی باغچه، بوی حوض، عطر خوب نظری، شب جمعه پی فانوس توی کوچه گم شدن، توی جوی لاجوردی هوس یه آبتنی. با اینا زمستون و سر میکنم، با اینا خستگی مدر میکنم. با اینا زمستون و سر میکنم، با اینا خستگی مدر میکنم. با اینا خستگی مدر میکنم.
Ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, we have gathered here today to celebrate the beginning of the year 1403 together. Allow me, at the very outset of this ceremony, to emphasize the most important matter today, giving best wishes to our Iranian friends present here today, as well as to all of you for whom this ancient Iranian holiday, Nouruz, holds special significance. من از خزان به بهار رسیدم، از آتش به آب رسیدم، دیگر از بهشت نپرسم که در تو به زیباترین جواب رسیدم. کتاب عمر ورق خورد بار دیگر و در تو به عاشقانه ترین فصل این کتاب رسیدم. I would like to invite Dr. Gharibi, the ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran to Poland, and the host of this event, to deliver his speech. Welcome, Mr. Ambassador.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, respected attendees, and beloved Persian speakers, Happy Nouruz, Eidukum Saeed wa Ramadan Kareem, Eidetan Mubarak, Shesh Ligo Novego Roko. Bravo! First and foremost, I extend my congratulations to you on the arrival of spring and Nouruz, while also wishing for the harmony of the nature's springtime with the blessed month of Ramadan, as a promising precursor to peace and friendship in the year ahead. I also want to express my gratitude to you, honorable guests, for graciously accepting our invitation and enhancing our joy and happiness with your presence at this celebratory event. This year, the Nouruz celebration is being organized for the first time through the efforts of the Embassy of the Islamic Republic of Iran in collaboration with the group of esteemed diplomats from Nouruz cultural sphere. I must acknowledge the excellent collaboration of my dear friends, the ambassadors of India, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, Turkey, Kazakhstan, and Iraq, as well as my dear and esteemed friend, Mrs. Nigar from Afghanistan, who supported me in organizing the celebration. Once again, on behalf of all of them, I extend a warm welcome to you, hoping that we have been able to create joyful and memorable moment for you at this festive event. Thank you very much for your attention.
The history of Nouruz dates back thousands of years. Nouruz has been celebrated and documented by Iranian poets, writers, and ancient historians. It was mentioned by some of the greatest figures in Iranian culture, such as Ferdowsi, Abu Rayhan al-Biruni, or At-Tabari. Dr. Mirosław Michalak, from the University of Warsaw, an Iranian studies scholar and Orientalist, will now present to us the history and significance of Nouruz.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not exactly history, but, well, some hits. As you know, Nouruz is the national New Year festivity celebrated in Iran, Afghanistan, Central Asia, and a number of countries throughout Western and Southeastern Asia. With roots going back to at least 3,000 years, Nouruz is one of the oldest festivals that is still marked by humans. The event is a springtime celebration which symbolizes rebirth and the link between humans and nature. The Persian poet Sa'di in the 13th century wrote, "Awaken, the morning Nouruz breeze is showing the garden of flowers." Nouruz begins at the spring equinox, the moment when the sun crosses the equator, and day and night are of equal length. Usually, this happens between 19 and 21 March, depending on astronomical calculations. Originally, it was related to Zoroastrianism, an ancient Persian religion that goes back to the first millennium before Christ. It was founded by Zoroaster, also known as Zarathustra, whose religious teachings are the foundation for Zoroastrianism. This religion has its own collection of holy writings known as the Avesta, one of the oldest holy scriptures in the world. Its supreme deity, our Mazda, or the Lord of Wisdom, the good spirit of light, beauty, and truth, is the creator of all things good. He has an adversary, of course, called Angramenu, or Ahriman, who is the evil spirit of destruction, darkness, and lie. In the Zoroastrian doctrine, fire, water, air, and earth are considered pure and shouldn't be polluted. Therefore, nowadays, Zoroastrianism is sometimes advertised as an environment-friendly faith. It's not known exactly how far Nouruz goes back, but it's at least 3,000 years old, although it's not mentioned in the Avesta itself. Over the centuries, this age-old rite has developed and expanded. Gradually, the celebrations accumulated more social, religious, and cultural influences as they spread along established trade routes. It has survived centuries of conquests, political, cultural, religious, and social changes, and now is observed among an estimated 300 million people. While specific traditions vary from country to country, as different cultures add their own elements, the central theme is the same: a celebration of spring and a time for rebirth and renewal. Preparations for Nouruz celebrations in Iran begin weeks before the start of spring, including house cleaning, like in Poland. Families also grow wheat, barley, or lentils in a dish which is called sabze in Persian. It means greens. It's also a custom known in Poland. When the greens sprout after a couple of weeks, the dish is placed on the haftzin table, which is the focus of Nouruz observance. You can see it outside, the haftzin. It's joined by other symbolic items with first letter S in Persian sin in the name. For this reason, it's called haftzin. That means 7S. That makes 7 a sacred number in Zoroastrianism. And these items usually include the first sin, the first S, Sib, which means apple, symbol of health and beauty. Senjet, dried oyster berries, which means wisdom and rebirth. Samanu, wheat pudding, strength and fertility. Sumak, sumac, good thoughts and victory. Serkshel, vinegar, patience and eternity. Seal, garlic, health. And seker, coin, good governance. The haft scene also includes other items such as a mirror and candles symbolizing light, coral eggs for fertility, very familiar for Polish people, the Polish people, and a bowl with water which represents purity. These days a goldfish is put into this water bowl, but this is a relatively new custom. There is usually also a sacred book put on the table, the Avesta, the Bible, the Quran, depending on religion professed by the family. Some people put a collection of poems by the famous Persian poet Hafez. All of them reflect Nouruz's power to blend its ancient roots with more Western religious beliefs and cultural traditions. The last Tuesday evening before Nouruz is the celebration of so-called Chorshanbe Suri, the symbolic burning of all that was negative from the previous year while looking forward to a new beginning. Related customs include jumping over bonfires in the streets while chanting, "Give me your red color, take my yellow color." This symbolizes how the fire takes away the yellow of sickness and gives back the red of health and warmth in the new season. There are also other customs, for example, obchodzone in Persian, which involves children banging spoons on cooking pots and knocking on neighbors' doors to receive sweets. No doubt it would be familiar to everyone who observes Halloween in America or even in Poland. The arrival of Nouruz is announced by street singers known as Haji Firuz, who wear colorful outfits and play the tambourine. On the first day of Nouruz, families gather at the home of the oldest family member, and the traditional New Year meal is rice mixed with herbs and served with white fish. In Persian, sabzi polo mohi. There is a typical dish from Nouruz in Iran. The festivities end 13 days after the New Year with Sizde Badar, which can be translated as getting rid of 13. 13 is a symbol of bad luck. On Sizde Badar, people head for open fields, plains, parks, and riversides to picnic, taking with them the sabze they had previously grown, greens. There, they throw the sabze into the river or the fields to symbolize giving back to nature. One of the oldest accounts on the New Year ceremony among the Persians is probably Xenophon's Cyropedia. This Greek historian and writer describes a celebration that took place in Persepolis, in Iran, although it doesn't mention the very name of New Year. Curiously enough, Persepolis in modern Persian is called Takhte Jamshid, or the throne of Jamshid. Jamshid is a mythical Persian king, one of the characters who appear in the Persian national epic Shahnameh, or Book of Kings. It was composed by the 11th century Persian poet Ferdowsi. Jamshid is credited for establishing Nouruz after he saved mankind from a harsh winter that was destined to freeze the earth and destroy all living beings, including humans, animals, and plants. In a passage, Ferdowsi says, Jamshid constructed a throne studded with gems and had demons raise him aloft from the earth into the heavens. There he sat on his throne like the sun shining in the sky. The world's creatures gathered in wonder about him and scattered jewels on him and called this day the new day of Nouruz. Happy New Year!
But there wouldn't be a true Iranian celebration without traditional Iranian music. You will have the opportunity to hear it performed by true masters. I would like to invite Maestro Keyvan Soket, a composer and outstanding instrumentalist, a master of tar and setar, founder of an orchestra comprising over 60 musicians and vocalists, along with the Vaziri group, Negoh Ezani, Mehdi Gholami, Siavash Soket, Kiorash Soket, Marjan Mehrabon, Salar Zamanian, Atabak Atri, Vahid Soleimani Nejad, and Farnoush Bahari. Please welcome our musicians with a big applause.
I want to say something first in Polish. Dobry wieczór. I apologize to all of you because we have not any time for sound check. No time for sound check. And every music, orchestra or ensemble needs some time for sound checking, and we hadn't any. I will repeat, we had not any time for sound check. If you hear something which is not balanced, it's good. And I asked kindly from the sound engineer, let's balance the sounds. We practice very much for this important, for us, this important event. And it's very important event for all of Iranians in each country in the world, the Nouruz. And I want, because you saw, I changed my position because my sound was very louder than the orchestra. I asked kindly from dear sound engineer to balance the orchestra, please. All the songs we are going to play for you is composed and arranged by myself. The song you hear, the first song was home. And the next song, except one next song, it's from Rubala Khaledi, one of the very, very famous composers who passed away many years ago. This is Bahar Delisi in Persian, who means very nice spring, and you're going to play it for you. Bahar Delisi, nice spring. I think in my monitor is very sharp, too sharp for me. It's not, I don't know how it's for the other. It's good? Okay.
It's okay.
And he needs the bass in the monitors, the bass, two bass. I should say something for you. In Nouruz, in events Nouruz in Iran, all the people, all the family have something we call it haft sin. Haft means seven. And seven vegetarian we place that all they are from they are vegetarians, nothing. And the name of each begins with the word se. Haft sin means seven things which begins, the name begins with ABC, se. And it's good to know the moods of Iranian music are separated in 7 moods. And for this, we design pieces in 7 moods for you. This piece is in mood, we call it in Persian music, in Iranian music, we call it obshare. The last one was in shur mood. And the first one was in nava mood. And this is in obshare mood. is called Nouruz. The text is by a very, very famous, well-known poetry of Iran who passed away close to 25 years ago. Maestro Friedrich Moshi. And he did it for me, my son, who I composed this piece from very, very old songs of Nouruz that all of people Iranem knows. It's based in this very short phrase. Iranian people knows that in the Nouruz, in the event of Nouruz days, with some woodwinds like karna or kari, they play some phrases like this. Only this. And with some percussions, and this in the very high buildings. I don't know, Medare, what's the meaning of Medare? Medare, I don't know the word. Tower. Not exactly tower. Medare. And I composed this piece from this short phrase of very, very old music, old song for Nouruz.
Luckily, we're not saying goodbye to our distinguished guests. Nouruz is not just limited to Iran. New Year is celebrated alongside Iranians in 18 other countries, and in 2009 it was also inscribed on UNESCO's list of cultural heritage as Nouruz Day, celebrated on March 21st. Shortly, you will see how Nouruz is celebrated around the world.
Nouruz is the name of the Iranian New Year's Day, also known as the Persian New Year, which is celebrated worldwide by various ethno-linguistic groups. Nouruz is the first day of Farvardin, which is the first month of the Iranian solar calendar. The word Nouruz is the combination of Persian words no and ruz, meaning new day, and it has been celebrated for over 3,000 years. Nouruz usually occurs on March 21st, or the previous or the following day, depending on where it is observed. The moment the sun crosses the celestial equator and equalizes night and day is calculated exactly every year, and families gather together to observe the rituals. There are several holiday customs during Nouruz festive period, such as house cleaning before the new year, visiting family and friends during the 13 days of the Nouruz holidays, decorating the house, and of course, the most symbolic tradition is the Haftzin table. Haftzin is the name of the special table of Nouruz, the festival of New Year and the beginning of spring. This table is made up of 7 items that start with the letter S. In fact, Haftzin literally means 7 S letters, and every item symbolizes something positive for the coming year. Suma, which are crushed spice of berries, symbolize the sunrise and the spice of life. Senjed, which are sweet dry fruit of the lotus tree, symbolize love and affection. Serke, which is vinegar, symbolizes patience and age. Seed are apples, and these symbolize health and beauty. Seer is garlic, which symbolizes good health. Samanu, which is wheat pudding, symbolizes fertility and the sweetness of life. Sabze, which is sprouted wheatgrass, symbolizes rebirth and a renewal of nature. Apart from these 7 items, there are other things placed on the table that depend on the family traditions. The table is usually set some hours before the beginning of the new year. Then the family members spend the last moments of the ending year sitting together and reading their holy book or poems of Hafez and Fardousi. However, Persians don't just stop there with celebrating this joyous festive time. Let's experience more of Nouruz together.
Nouruz is the first day of New Year in Afghanistan based on the solar calendar. It is celebrated with special ceremonies and traditions. Among other celebrations and customs is Buzkashi, which is a famous game held during Nouruz and attracts groups of people to come over and watch. Another great custom of Nouruz is planting trees and contributing to a healthy environment. Nouruz is considered as a special occasion for families and friends to get together and create happy and unforgettable memories.
Naturally attracts spring tourists due to its blooming scenic beauty, the signs for its rich culture and heritage. As a land of festivals, it also welcomes spring with its due joy and festivity. The Nouruz marks the beginning of the Shahishahi calendar, commemorates the beginning of the spring season. Chilam Joshi, a celebration spring arrival, is a religious festival where Kalashi girls, attired in their colorful embroidered dresses, perform the traditional dance to showcase their Northlander culture. Modern-day Pakistan calls the spring celebrations as Jashan-e-Bahar, where more prominently fans of colorful kites celebrate Basant festival in various parts of the country. Handicraft exhibition, dances and folk music. These festivals are mesmerizing ways to get a taste of what the Sindhi culture is all about. This year, the district administration in Islamabad celebrated Islamabad Spring Festival as an organized event to celebrate the arrival of spring as a 3-day family event where there is entertainment for all loaded with back-to-back musical performances. Musical concerts. Loads of food stalls. Games for kids. Cultural handicraft displays and flower exhibitions. Such scenes of jubilation and festivity shows the world not only the rich culture and heritage, but also the views of nature at its best in the country's landscape that blossoms with the arrival of the season. Pakistan invites each of you who wants to breathe fresh and feel the new life to come and join the festivity.
Jorining 7-8 may kunida tog'li Boysun tumanidagi So'lim-Padan qishlog'ida Boysun bahori ochiq folklor festivali bo'lib o'tadi. Milliy qadriyat va an'analarimiz sharaflanadigan shodiyona doirasida milliy kurash musobaqasi, etnosport, velomarafon, uloq ko'pkari, varrak uchirish, arqon tortish, chillak va boshqa xalq o'yinlaridan bahramand bo'lishingiz mumkin. Festival yakunida eng yaxshi folklor etnografik va eng yaxshi o'tov o'rnatgan jamoalar Sport va xalq o'yinlari g'oliblari aniqlanadi. O'tkazib yubormang. Nouruz yangilanish va yoshlanish bayrami 19-dan 23-mart kuniga qadar poytaxtimizning Nouruz etnoparkida Nouruz umumxalq bayramiga bag'ishlangan ommaviy bayram tadbirini o'tkazib yubormang. Sizni mamlakatimiz estrada yulduzlari, yosh ijrochilar va bolalar raqs jamoalarining yorqin shoulari, sirk artistlarining chiqishlari, an'anaviy bayram taomlaridan tatib ko'rish, yosh hunarmandlarning ko'rgazmalari, shuningdek rang-barang lazer shoular kutmoqda. Nouruz etnoparkida barchangizni kutib qolamiz.
Nouruz celebrates the arrival of spring and the renewal of nature and is thus celebrated by many cultures and communities, including in India. Interestingly, in India, Nouruz is observed twice a year. First, according to the Iranian calendar, on 21st March by some groups in North India, and the second time, according to the Shahi calendar by another group. Some Muslim groups in Lucknow city and in other parts of the state of Uttar Pradesh in North India celebrate Nouruz in March. The elements of the celebration there resemble those in Iran, as many of these families trace their descent from Iran. There we see the same display of 7 items, the names of which begin with the sound say, related to the spring. In the first part of this video, we see the family of Nawab Kazim Ali Khan, the Nawab of Rampur, an erstwhile princely state in the state of Uttar Pradesh, celebrating Nouruz. First, we see the ladies of the princely family gathering in the Zanan Khana with the Nouruz display. Then, we see the Nawab himself in the family Mambara, along with other members of his family and staff participating in the special prayers for Nouruz. Nouruz festivities of the Parsi or the Zoroastrian community of India, which lives mainly in the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Some Parsis follow the Shahi calendar that doesn't account for leap years, and so they celebrate Nouruz 200 days later in the month of August. Original Persian elements of the festival, the Parsis have added many elements from Gujarati culture, from hanging a toran or decoration above the door at the main entrance to making rangoli intricate designs on the floor made with rice powder. The classic Parsi milk and sugar dessert, ravo, recalls the story of the Parsis' assimilation in India, which is likened to the way sugar mixes with milk, making it more palatable without taking up space. Thus, Nouruz is part of the mosaic of cultures, faiths, and rituals of India.
Tarana is a type of a composition in Hindustani classical vocal music based on Persian and Arabic phonemes, which are repeated in various combinations of syllables, making it a living bridge with Iran and the Arab world. The Tarana is believed to have been invented by Amir Khosrow, an Indo-Persian Sufi singer, musician, poet, and scholar of the 13th and 14th centuries. Please welcome Mrs. Nagar, a talented young Kathak dancer from India. Hame sole morte to Piruz bod, hame ruzagore to Nouruz bod. Shahnameh by Ferdowsi, one of the most important Iranian texts, and the national epic is a rich source of knowledge about Nouruz. It is also a tradition in itself to recite the Shahnameh. Today, we will hear it performed by Sonia Szafrańska, a student of Iranian studies at the University of Warsaw.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin by first saying Happy New Year's to everyone. Nouruzaton Mubarak. I am deeply grateful to have been invited here to spend the evening with you. And also, I won't lie when I say I'm a bit honored to be asked to introduce you to the beauty of Persian literature. Not everyone knows that the development both of Persian literature and Persian language can be divided into 3 eras: the Old Persian, Middle Persian, and New Persian. We will, of course, stick to the last one. However, as this is an era that has lasted for over 1,000 years, if any of you has told your spouse at home that you'll be home by midnight, this might be a good moment to let them know you might be late after all. But of course, I'm just kidding. Fortunately for tonight's agenda, no one gave me this much time, so don't worry. And without further ado, I would like to tell you the story of heroic Zal and his beloved Ferdinand. To understand the complexity of the story, we need to start with Sam. Sam was the famous knight and Iranian hero who had everything except for one, a son. He prayed night and day, and finally a son was born to him. He was as pretty as a picture, except for one thing. His hair was white. And so no one had the courage to go and tell him that the son is already born. On the 8th day of Zal's life, the bravest of the servants came to him and told him that the beauty of the baby is unimaginable, but the hair is white. And so Sam started lamenting bitterly, and because he did not see any other solution to his troubles, he ordered his child to be abandoned in the mountains where the mythical bird Simorgh lived. Simorgh, fortunately, was moved by the view of the baby, so she raised the baby and took him to her nest and raised him there. After that, meanwhile, Sam started having trouble sleeping. And so he had bad dreams in which the wise men came upon to him and expressed God's displeasure of him because of abandoning his child. And so Sam decided to come back and retrieve the baby. The omniscient Simorgh knew that it was the time, and so she asked Zal to come back to his father and meet his fate. However, Sam's joy over his reunite with his son did not last for long. He was shortly summoned to the war, and so his son decided to take up on a journey through his newly found kingdom. Traveling through his kingdom, Zal arrived in Kabul. There reigned Mehrab, a rich man whose heart was wise and whose mind was prudent. When he heard that Sam's son was approaching the city, he rode out to greet him. A feast was prepared and it lasted until late into the night. Mehrab made a great impression on Zhao, and after the evening was over, he began to praise his beauty to his courtiers. Then one of them spoke. پس پرده او یکی دختر است که رویش ز خورشید روشن‌تر است. ز سر تا به پایش بکرد در اوج، به رخ چون بهشت و به بالا چون ساج. بر آن صفت سیمینش مشکین کمند، سرش گشته چون حلقه پایبند. رخانش چو گل را لب ناردار، ز سیمی براش راسته دو نروان. دو چشمش بسان دو نرگس به باغ، مژه تیرگی برده از پرزار. دو ابرو بسان کمان طراز، بر او توس پوشیده از ماشک ناز. بهشتی سر تا سر آراسته، بر آرایش و رمش و خسته. برآورد مرزال را دل به جوش، چنان شد که از او رفت آرام و هوش. If anyone had troubles understanding what I just said, I will say that in English. Thank you. And so, long story short, the courtier said that Mehrab has the most beautiful daughter in the world. And so, hearing these words, Zhao's heart trembled, and all his kindness and sanity seemed to have left him. He stopped eating, he stopped sleeping, and all of this because of a girl that he'd never seen. Soon, Mehrab came out to visit his wife, Sindoq, and his beautiful daughter, Frudabe. Sindoq asked her husband about the stranger who stands without the gate. What kind of a man is this old son of Sam? Is his throne more fitting for him, or his neck? Mehrab gave her this answer. Cypress silver with a face like the moon. No hero in the world can match Zhao. In no painting will you see a rider who would sit in a saddle like him. About the white hair says the one who wants to find a flaw in him. But the whiteness of his hair is his adornment. One might say that he enslaves hearts. Of course, when Frudabe heard these words, her heart ignited with love for Zhao. She stopped eating, stopped sleeping, and seemed to be also going crazy because of these feelings. And at one moment, she decided, because she could not bear it anymore, she decided to talk to 5 of her servants who knew they loved her and knew that could keep a secret. And so, at first, when the servants heard her news, they panicked and were afraid and begged her to expel from her heart the one who is marked among men and whom his own father has driven away. But Frudabe did not listen to their voice. And when they saw that she was steadfast in her zeal and that their words were futile, they began to wonder how could they help her. I'm a little bit afraid that my time might be coming to an end, but I have to tell you that although this story seems simple in the beginning, it is very complex after all. So if any of you is having a New Year's resolution to read more, I hope I just helped you to pick the first book for this year. As I said before, Nouruz Mubarak, and I hope that you will read upon this story later. And if not, who knows, maybe someone will ask me to come next year so I can follow up. Thank you so much.
تعظیم کنید. تعظیم کنید بچه. تعظیم.
Добрый вечер, это Sunday Junior. We need to have all the instruments and all the monitors. Thank you. Shaprashan. The first song we are going to play for you is one of my compos, which is named The Rain, Baran in Persian, and The Rain. The text is from also the very famous and well-known poetry Machine. I remember after 3 weeks of this text, he passed away from the cancer. And the rain means he wishes a very hard rain to clean all the bad things from the air. Apologize me, my English is not fluent.
Thank you. بیرون
The last piece we are going to play for you is a very famous and well-known song in Iran, composed by a very well-known and famous composer who passed, I think, close to 60 years ago, Maestro Ruhollah Khalidi. He composed this song in the Second World War for Iran. And the name is Iran.
During the Nouruz period, Iranians spend time together by visiting each other. Hosting guests involves another important aspect of culture that cannot be overlooked because it's equally significant. And of course, I am referring to the celebration of eating food together. Therefore, at the end of our gathering, I would like to sincerely thank the Embassy of the Islamic Republic of Iran for organizing this event, our wonderful musicians for sharing their talent with us, and all of you for being present with us on this very important day. But before we're gonna share our food together, I'd like to invite all of the ambassadors of countries that are present here right now to take part in our group photo. And if we're talking about me, I'd like to once again wish you all the best for the new year, and I hope that we're gonna see each other again next spring. Thank you very much for having me. szczęśliwego nowego roku.
آمده نوروز در ایران زمین، خاک ما شد رشک فردوس برین، بوی نارنج و ترنج و عطر بید، میتوان از تربت حافظ شنید.
باز شد چشم بهاران بر خزر، شد صدف‌ها خانه در و گوهر، دشت ارژن باز هم بیدار شد، از شقایق دامنش گلنار شد.
حاسدت آمد که مهمان آمده، بوی نرگس های ایران آمده، خاک من ای قبلگاه عاشقان، نوبهارانت همیشه جاودان.
رودهایت پرخروش و بیقرار، کوههایت سربلند و استوار، بند ما همه از خاک توست، تار و پود ما ز خاک پاک توست.
آمده نوروز در ایران زمین، خاک ما شد رشک فردوس برین، بوی نارنج و ترنج و عطر بید، میتوان از تربت حافظ شنید.
خون پاک عاشقی در جان ماست، ریشه این عشق در ایران ماست. هموطن نوروز تو پیروز باد، ای وطن هر روز تو نوروز باد.
شده دنیا ز عطر و بوی عشق، وقت اگر خواب است بیدارش کنیم، عاشقانه باز دیدارش کنیم، عاشقانه باز دیدارش کنیم.
نوبهاران خنده زد بر کوهسار، خون زاران شد کنار چشم سار، قطره شبنم به برگ گل چکید، شانه زد باد بهاران زلف بید.
دامن ایران ز گل سرشار شد، ای عزیزان موقع دیدار شد، بعد از این هر روز بهتر روز ما، جاودانه تا ابد نوروز ما.
آمده نوروز در ایران زمین، خاک ما شد رشک فردوس برین، بوی نارنج و ترنج و عطر بید، میتوان از تربت حافظ شنید.
خون پاک عاشقی در جان ماست، ریشه این عشق در ایران ماست. هموطن نوروز تو پیروز باد، ای وطن هر روز تو نوروز باد.